Hello everybody, it's ITSDAIR here and welcome to the second ITSDAIR Rewind. Last year when my channel hit 1 year of serious YouTube biz, I decided to make this rewind video where we take a look at the past year and see what has been going on. We're doing it again this year. Woo! 2 years of ITSDAIR serious mode on YouTube, and what a year it's been. Actually, it's been kind of a weird year. I've had trouble finding a balance between putting out content regularly. I have really big trouble finding a schedule that I could keep, and there's been some ups and downs, but let's take a look. These are the, well, most important videos, let's just add that, most important videos of 2020, what, 2018, I'm an idiot.
Wow.
I was like, my mind was apparently all the way 2 years in the future with the ITSDAIR Rewind 2020, but this year is 2018. Like last time, I may cut some of these out in the actual editing, but I'm gonna go through them, and I hope you'll take this journey with me. First up is the Figment Enter the Mind video. So it was a demo that I played for celebrating the coming of Gamescope 2017, which was part of, I got this little gig outside of my own little YouTube bubble, but I was still in this official YouTube capacity, where Gamescope wanted me to do some things for them as part of the event. This was amazing. It was amazing to get some recognition about what I actually did could be used in like a more official manner. It felt so great. I got the connection through a friend of mine who worked for the festival. They even did a blog post about me. Take a look at this. Wow. There I am sitting all serious biz and, well, playing games the best way I know how, which is, I don't know how. But yeah, that was amazing, and it really led to some great stuff that I did later on. The event itself went pretty well. Live stream went really well, I think, even though there was some sound difficulties because of Facebook's stupid live stream. Anyway, that was awesome. Let's move on to my Diablo 3 Necromancer number 2, full meme ahead. This was the Reaper of Souls Necromancer gameplay, a continuation of my do-it-yourself hardcore mode that I did as a celebration of this Necromancer class. It's a series of 2 videos. I kind of hoped it would be 4 or 5, but I thought it would be funny to go like really high into the difficulty in Diablo 3 and do it hardcore mode. However, I actually hadn't played through the game in hardcore mode, which is required for you to start another character on hardcore mode in a higher difficulty than level expert, I think. Level expert. What? So, I did a do-it-yourself hard mode, which was just a normal mode where I had some rules for myself, like I could only die once. If I died once, that was it. No more Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, Necromancer videos for me. And then some other stuff. I don't know why I didn't start it. That was just... wow. That was just utter failure on my part. It was so difficult to do because you don't do any damage. The Necromancer was a pretty good class for this, though. I think I started at Torment 4 or something, didn't I? Yeah. I had just gotten skeletons in the first video and thought that was really super easy because they tanked for me, so I didn't have to kite. So I might as well crank up the volume a bit, you know, but yeah, that was horrible. I had so much fun making this video though. Oh god, it takes forever today to get stuff down. But then with the editing, I just totally smashed that meme button. Whoa, get wrecked, oh yeah, all of that jazz. And it was funny and amazing, and I loved it. That's why this was kind of important to me, even though I failed so miserably. Next video is the day 1 of Gamescope 2017. This was the actual Gamescope gig where I was interviewing developers around on the expo floor at the festival, and it was just totally improvised. So I was walking around in the beginning of the day and looking like, oh, maybe they would like to get interviewed, and so on. I scheduled an interview with them and took a look at their game or whatever they had showcase. Then I just came up with the questions on the spot, pretty much, and it was interesting. It was really fun to do, and it worked out great. I got an amazing response from everything from the event and to the developers and everything, and I made some great connections within the Danish indie development scene. This first interview was live streamed on Facebook through my phone, and it worked. Well, it didn't work at all. It was horrible because my old phone was too old to actually live stream on Facebook, and it would get really hot and then stop at around a minute or something. And I think, yeah, this first interview is like 5 minutes long, 7 minutes long or something. It's not 4 or 5 times, and we had to redo the whole, well, not redo the interview, but redo the whole connection thing, and it was horrible. So we resorted to just recording videos and uploading them, but it was fun, and it also cleared the way for this year, where I am also going to be live streaming from Gamescope. And this year is going to be much bigger. We're still going to have interviews with developers and other interesting people on the expo ground. But this year we're going to be on Twitch. We're going to play the games at the same time that we're actually interviewing the developers, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm sure of it. It's going to be in Danish though, so a lot of you may not, well, you probably can't understand it, but I hope anyone who does understand Danish, does, yes, wow, words, good. I hope anyone who does understand Danish would drop by either at the festival here in Aalborg from the 17th to the 19th of August, or drop by the live stream and come and have some fun with us. Next up is Scuffle Scoundrels from Moped Games. This was a connection that I made on the Gamescope 2017. One of the guys from Moped Games contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a video of their Scuffle Scoundrels game that was about to hit early access, and I was like, yeah, that is going to be so much fun. I packed my things. Luckily my PC here is not a very large PC, so I packed it in a IKEA bag and got to the bus and drove to Moped Games' studio, and with the help of Rasmus from Spearhead Nordic, the one in the white t-shirt, we got to play 4-player brawler with pirates and ships. And it was really funny. This video is almost 50 minutes long. I think I recorded like 1.5 hours or something like that. And my intention was for it to be 20-25 minutes max. But the guys from Moped Games, they had so many interesting things, anecdotes or development or things to say about the experience, showcasing it and all that jazz, that it was just too difficult to cut it out. We go through a lot of stuff in it. We first of all, we play a lot of the game, of course. I had to win one, which didn't happen until like really late into the game. And we played a very early version where it was this pixelated graphic style. Well, we got around quite a lot. This was awesome. This was super nice. Super awesome. Next up is Figment, IMAGINATIONLAND. Yes, I'm revisiting Figment. This time because it was in the same genre of Let's Plays, I guess you could say, as Moped Game and Scuffle Scoundrels, because I met Bedtime Digital Games at Gamescope. This was like a couple of weeks, a month prior to Figment actually launching, and when it launched, they said yes to me coming down to their studio and playing the game with one of the guys who made it. I sat down with Lasse from Bedtime Digital Games, who is a 3D tech artist, and this time we did it live, which was super interesting. We had a lot of fun. There was some questions from people who joined on the live stream, and I got a really great response from everyone as well on this video. And Lasse was really awesome and great at answering, just like the Moped Games guys. at sharing information about the game, about the production, what went into development, what was their thoughts, how did they think it looked at the end result, and some of the challenges that they had occurred, especially him, because he was a 3D tech artist. So he had an enormous challenge of making this really colorful, sort of 2D-like world, which is actually 3D. And it looks pretty awesome. It looks just amazing. Pretty awesome. I said awesome a lot already in this video. Maybe I should stop that. One funny thing about this was that we were doing this, I think it was 2 hours, yeah, we were streaming for, and I was not really used to live streaming, and Lasse was not really used to live streaming, so somewhere around here, I think, we're coming to an entry-level puzzle. It's supposed to show off this mechanic of pushing these boxes here around. So this puzzle here, our brains were pretty fried at this point. We just keep talking about what's going on, and we don't actually solve this really simple puzzle. It wasn't just me who were playing who couldn't do it. Lasse was sitting beside me, was also like, I've made this puzzle almost, and even I'm not sure what the actual solution is. And so we spent like 5 minutes, I think, on this entry puzzle here, which was just way too long. I think it's around here that Lasse finally convinces me what the solution is, because he remembered it. I love doing these where you play the game with the developer, and situations like this occur because it's so much fun. Yay, we finally did it! Woo! This was also the first video where I started doing this. Once I started a new story-based, longer Let's Play, I would start the first episode with a live stream of like 2 hours, of 1.5 hours, something like that, before uploading the rest. And I think that was a pretty good idea. I mean, it really gave this, like, you really got going into the series, you know, because longer Let's Plays can have a little while before you actually get to some meaty, interesting stuff. But doing this live stream with a longer Let's Play really helped in that regard. The progress felt much better. That was Figment. Then we have South Park, the Fractured But Whole. Oh, the title is just so South Park, just like the rest of the game. I wanted to highlight this because it was the sequel to The Stick of Truth, which I was so sad that I didn't get to play on my channel, but I did play it and it was amazing. I love South Park and everything about it. Some of the jokes can get really a little too toilet humor for my taste, but it's still good. I still think it's amazing. It's also the first time that I didn't show my Denmark t-shirt. I was wearing it underneath my Mysterian t-shirt that you just saw. I think I did like something like this before. Now the problem with this was it kind of took over my channel. I almost made the whole series of 14 episodes of videos in a row, and it was because I had trouble finding this balance between actually getting to do stuff, which really sucks when you're trying to be serious about YouTube. But I had a lot of real life stuff happening with work and all that. South Park here was a story driven Let's Play and didn't require much editing and all that, so that was what happened pretty much. Oh, the dragon, that's so good. It's so good. Under attack from the dragon. No. Oh no, there's a flaw in my green screen. No. Okay, I might go winter swimming. My channel update / late 300 subscriber thank you video. I think I had something like 340 subscribers at this point. And as you can see, I tried to make it look like a really failed news show, and I thought it was hilarious myself. It kind of took too much time, but I mean, I figured that it was something that I had to do because I wanted to tell you about what was happening with my channel at the moment, and I wanted to say thank you for a 300 subscriber milestone, which was amazing. In this video, I did something very weird. I said that if I reached 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year, I would go winter swimming, which was kind of a desperation move. I guess you could call it. So I had this really big trouble finding the balance of actually producing content and finding a schedule, producing regular content. And even though I'm so grateful for every one of you who watch my videos, it still gets into my head once in a while that at this moment I've been doing it YouTube for like 1.5 years seriously, and the progress was kind of slow sometimes, that I haven't made it big yet, which was just it kept me down a little bit. It actually was really heavy on my mind from time to time this past year, it was a stupid reasoning, because every time I had someone else to remind me that I'm not doing YouTube to make it big. I'm not doing YouTube to get fans or whatever. I'm doing it because I think it's fun to do it and not to make a quick buck and be famous and all that. I mean, yeah, I still have a dream of making a community and making a living out of this, but have this community where we can discuss and share our love for video games. Of course I want to reach as many people as possible, but yeah, I had trouble not getting all caught up in numbers, and it sucked sometime. Back to the video though, I think it turned out really well. It was dumb, it was stupid, but funny to make, and I had a really fun time creating this news headline down in the bottom, or my weather segment, where I don't have a connection and I'm actually eating my own burger there. So that was something else, wasn't it? Next up is the Christmas Advent Calendar of 2017. Yes. 1st December, Merry Scary Christmas, Advent Calendar, Spooky Christmas Gambling. Now, I'm not playing this just yet because I'm actually very, very proud of this intro. The fact that it starts off with this, oh, it is amazing, it is Christmas and everything, and then turns into this really horror-looky feel. I think I really nailed it. Originally I wanted to try to make like it would open, like if it's the 24th it would open like that, but I couldn't make it work, so it just became this up here in where the 1st of December is. It just fades in and then the video starts. It was my second time doing the Advent Calendar. The year previous, 2016, was Christmas I.O. it was called, so I just found Christmas games on itch.io. This year I wanted to do something different and make it horror. Raw, yes, very scary indeed. Just like the games. It was something like this. Very Scary Christmas was actually the first game that I found, which corresponded to the name of my Advent Calendar, which is great, but it wasn't really scary. It was made for little kids, I think. Oh, so scary. Yes, there's a spooky snowman there. Oh. There were a lot of these really, really bad Christmas games. Like a lot. It was a very big success in that I found a great flow in the process of making the videos for me. So I found this great balance between how much editing in order to make what I consider a good video. With this process that I'm still using today, I could record, edit, upload all on the same day, which felt really, really good, especially considering that I had a rough couple of months before this with finding a balance between this and getting videos out there that I was actually satisfied with and I actually edited. Some days I produced multiple videos this way because I was like behind from day 2, I think. And luckily some of these games were really short, so that fitted perfectly. What's going on here? I have $14,000. I don't know, this was so weird. You should watch it, but it was weird. Next up is 4 Last Things. And that's actually not from this past year. This was made before my rewind of my first year rewind of my channel. And I hear you ask, what are you doing there? Why is this here then? It's too old. Well, there was something very interesting about this video. The really interesting part of this video is in the analytics, because as you can see, it was uploaded on the 14th of March 2017, and it was like a couple of views, and then suddenly, bam! On the 5th of February 2018, something happened, and it just a bunch of views on the whole series, and I was like, what on earth is going on? Well, on the 4th of February, Markiplier started playing Four Last Things, and he didn't play it till the end, so that meant that a lot of his fans who wanted to see the ending of the game came to my channel and watched my videos. It was a funny thing to see how it works. Like, I had actually made a let's play of this game a year prior, and then suddenly, because one of the bigger YouTubers is gonna play it, picking it up, people come pouring into my channel. Thank you, Markiplier, for not playing the game and sending some love this way. Ah, yes. The Memories of Redwall, Ghost of a Tale Part 1. This game was goddamn freaking amazing. It's probably one of my favorite games of 2018, and it has just the cutest protagonist in the world. Tilo, the minstrel mouse. Oh my god, look at him. Oh, I had a lot of success with this Let's Play, and I'm really happy that I sort of hit the nail. I got to play Ghost of a Tale once it came out, right from the get-go, and I'm so happy that I did. Something very special about Ghost of a Tale, this here episode number 1, is that one person in particular found my channel. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Yuna, who has become a really special daredevil. I mean, I'm grateful for every one of you guys who watch my videos, and if you subscribe to me, I cannot express how eternally grateful I am to that. But Yuna has, since this first Ghost of a Tale video, watched and commented on every single one of my videos after this, and it has just it's making my day. This is what I dream of. Sharing my passion and discussing it with you guys. And Yuna, you're really making this dream come true. Yuna even apologized for being late on a live stream on Far Cry 5, which is just ridiculous because you don't have to apologize for being awesome. So that was amazing. Seriously. Thank you. Now before I get too soppy and sentimental, I'm moving on to a different game, a very different game, where Ghost of a Tale was made almost entirely by one single person. I started live streaming Far Cry 5, which was, well, that's a AAA developer. Far Cry 5 is a great game. Mechanics wise, it is awesome, especially throwing the spades around, the shovels. That has got to be the best game mechanic ever. This was the first Let's Play series that I have done 100% live, and I think that's worth noting because that's what I want to do in the future for the story heavy games. But I still think this format of doing the longer Let's Play games on live stream is really, really great, and that's what I want to continue doing. After Far Cry ended, I had this great huge pile of videos that I wanted to make, a list that I wanted to make, and I was like, these videos are just flat out bringing me down because I don't get them done. So I said to myself that I would stop recording until I have at least the most important ones down. The first one was this travel vlog, which was my first attempt at a travel It was my first attempt at a travel vlog or vlog, and it turned out great. It was from my trip to Barcelona with my family in March, and this came out in May. So you can see how this is just one of the things that I wanted to make, but I didn't get to do it and all that jazz. And yeah, this was the first time that I actually made subtitles. I made both English subtitles for my family and Danish the other way around. I made English subtitles for you guys because I speak Danish sometime in the video, and then I made Danish subtitles for my family so that they could like be in on everything that happened It was an amazing trip, watching Barcelona play and walking around the city and talking to you guys from the bathroom and all that. Just as South Park, this was a video where I didn't actually show my Danish t-shirt. Instead, I was running around in the Spider-Man hoodie, which I thought was really funny. No one seemed to care down in Spain. No one was looking at me. I was like, give me attention! But no. We are Spain, we are not giving you attention, silly Spider-Man. And this brings us to Best of ITSDAIR 2017, published on the 6th of June this year. Oh my goodness. This is a great example of my inability to discard videos that don't get made. I had already put a lot of work into this, into watching through most of my 178 videos of 2017 and finding the funny or weird moments and all that. So I didn't want to discard all that work, and just, even though I was already half a year past the deadline of this best of video. It should preferably be at the end of the year, you know. I still made it, and on one side I am happy that I made it because it turned out great. I'm really happy with how it turned out because I think it's really funny. But on the other hand, the timing was just so bad that the video ended up feeling kind of irrelevant. And as a result of this, I needed to be way better at discarding videos if I'm not getting them done, so I can keep a flow of videos on my channel and not get dragged down by these videos that don't get made. We're almost at the end of the road, guys. This is Hollow Knight Part 3. Where were we? And where were we? Why was I asking that question in the title? Well, that was because the first 2 episodes of Hollow Knight was from 2017. Now, I just talked about discarding these videos and being better at it, and this was actually something that I did. I saw how long Hollow Knight was. It's like 25 hours long, I think. But I still revived this series almost a year or like 1.5 years, something like that, after the first 2 episodes. And why did I do that? 2 things. One was that I had not been in front of the camera since the end of Far Cry. Almost 2 months prior to this. Now, for a YouTuber, someone who likes to be in front of the camera, who likes to do all this stuff, 2 months of not doing that, sad face. So I needed something to get back into things, and since I really wanted to live stream regularly, Hollow Knight seemed like a great thing to pick up because, well, I had already done some of it, and then the next thing was that if we just go into the analytics, for some reason around the 10th of June, Google started pushing the first episode, and I don't know why. I think it's maybe my SEO has something to do with it. My tags are apparently something that people started searching for in Google, not on YouTube. It's from Google, most of my views, and it was just so weird. So anyway, I decided to jump on that wagon because I could see that people were interested in watching it, and just finish this awesome 2D Dark Souls Metroidvania style game that is Hollow Knight. This was also the first game that I live streamed on Twitch TV, which is where I'll be live streaming from now on, because I think it makes sense to not focus all your eggs in one basket, the basket being YouTube and the eggs being my Let's Playing. It was also so great finally being in front of the camera once again after 2 months. Oh, the last video is the most recent edited video that I've made, one hand clapping. So this was the first edited video in front of the camera since whatever came before Far Cry 5. Which is weird to say that, but it was an amazingly fun game that I saw PewDiePie play. And previously I had the idea that if I saw a big YouTuber play something before me, I wouldn't play it because I thought, well, I wouldn't be getting views or hits or whatever. That ship had sailed because these big YouTubers already took advantage of that, so how can I ever do something about that? But no, I thought this time. This game looked so much fun, so I decided to do it anyway, and I'm glad that I did. Because I've started, with help from my girlfriend and everything, to care less about the numbers and more about focusing on the fun part. The fun aspect of my channel, and I think that makes the content so much better. This was also with Hollow Knight, the video that signals a change in my channel. I am going to be, as I've talked in a Facebook post recently, I'm going to be focusing much more on indie games in all their shapes and forms, whether it's game jam games or tech demos or vertical slices or actually published games. Oh, that is so creepy. And also, it's not in effect yet, and I'll make a video where I will talk about this in more detail, hopefully coming next week. I'm going to make a schedule that I'm pretty sure I can keep this time around, and it's gonna contain both edited videos like this, fun, fast-paced action, memes all around, and live streams. And I can't wait to get it started on that, but I have a couple of gigs in relation to GameScope that I really need to focus on before I can focus on my channel for real. So after GameScope, things are going to be great, but I'm going to talk about it in an update next week. This is so horrible. I'm so bad at singing, and it was like the second video in a row where I was singing. I'm so sorry for making your ears bleed, everyone. Please forgive me. That was ITSDAIR Rewind for my second year, the 2017 to 2018. Let's have a great third year. I'm looking so much forward to having fun on this channel with indie games. But there's one more thing that I would like to do before stopping this video. This has been subject of much debate for my channel, both internally and externally with other people. It has been one of my trademarks throughout my career, and maybe a little bit something that I've been too stubborn with keeping. My t-shirt. My Denmark t-shirt. I am going to retire it because it's been becoming too much of a uniform, I think, and not much about me having fun. And this is really the direction I want to go with. So yeah, that is happening. Yeah. I had a shirt underneath because that's just the way I am. So this might be what you're going to see from me in the future. This is actually a shirt that I've recently got made. Oh, it is with my avatar, my DAIR avatar in one-shot uniform. And shirts like this, fun shirts. I'm not discarding my Denmark t-shirt entirely. I still wear it from time to time. I mean, I still like it. It's kind of worn down though. Look, the Denmark here is almost non-existent. It's been worn so much these past 2 years. It's been a great companion for my channel, and my avatar, my DAIR character, is still going to be wearing it through all of eternity. But I might switch it up, and you might see more of these shirts. I'm planning on getting more made. I've actually made one other one. And whatever I find fun on the day to wear. So with that heavy hitter of a twist in the story of ITSDAIR, I bid you farewell from ITSDAIR Rewind 2nd anniversary. Thank you for taking this journey with me once again. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like it on YouTube and maybe even subscribe to me if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Over and out.